right, so we are going to go over MLA and Works Cited for your research paper. So when you start out, you're going to go to Google Classroom. It's going to be the first thing in the feed for Google Classroom, English 3 research paper, and there you will find an attached document. You're going to type on this document, do not create your own. So when you open this document, we're going to go ahead and set up our MLA heading. We're in Times New Roman, 12-point font, and we are also double spaced. So we start out with our heading. We'll double click at the top of the page, and we are going to write a line. You will type your last name and make sure that when you go into the header that it's also Times New Roman 12-point font. So you'll type your last name, one spacebar click, and then we'll go to Insert, go to Page Numbers, and then we're going to click on the first one. And then you're done with your header. You double click off of your header, and you're ready to go. So again, we will make sure we are left aligned. And we're also going to make sure we're at 1-inch margins all the way around. So we'll go to File and Page Setup and make sure all of our margins are at 1 inch. All right, so you're going to start out, you'll do your name, and it switched it to 11-point font, so we're going to go to 12. It also took away the double spacing. So here we go. All right, your name, and then you'll do Miss Landry, English 3, and this is going to be due November the 13th, so we're going to do 13 November, comma 2020. We'll enter down one time. We're going to middle align, and that is where our title would go. And then you enter down one time, left align, hit tab to indent, and you are ready to type. Now, what we mainly need to focus on today is your Works Cited page. So to make a brand new page, you're going to hit Control Enter. Don't just enter down a bunch of times, hit Control Enter, and that's going to make a brand new page for you. Now, for your Works Cited, you're going to middle align, type Works Cited, and then we have to create our Works Cited page. So the first thing you want to do is the citation for your book. And you might be saying, okay, how do I do that? Well, there's a website that shows you how. If you go to the Airline High School library, and again, you get to that through the Airline High School homepage, and you go right here where it says Research Paper Sites, and you're going to click on Al Purdue Online Writing Lab. And it's going to pull up this website right here. Now, when you get here, you're going to scroll down, and you're going to go to MLA Guide under Suggested Resources. Okay, when that page loads, you're going to scroll down to MLA Formatting and Style Guide. It's also right there. All right, and then we want to know how to do a Works Cited page for books. So we click on Works Cited page, Books. All right, and it's going to give us the rundown of how to do books. So what we'll need is the basic book format right here. So you'll do the last name of your author, comma, first name of your author, period. The title of your book, italicized if it's a full book, in quotation marks if it's a short story. City of publication, comma, the publisher, comma, and the publication date, and then a period. That goes for every single book out there, and all that information is found in your book. So once you do that citation, it'll look something like this. It'll be just one line. Now we have to do the citations for your articles, and this is very simple to do. So you're going to go into your Google Drive and find your 2 articles. And what you'll do at the very end of all of your articles, it has created the citation for you. And that is found right here at the very end. It's called Source Citation, MLA 8th edition. all you're going to do is highlight. Don't put in there source citation or anything, the stuff after that. You're going to highlight all that. And we're just going to copy and paste it over to our paper. So to copy, you do Control-C. After you highlight it, you come back over to your paper and hit Control-V. And that's going to paste that to your essay. Then we'll hit Enter one time. And then we're going to go to the other article and do the same thing. So we're going to scroll all the way down. And we're going to copy that citation. Control-C to copy. Control-V to paste. All right, you'll notice that this formatting is weird and it's changed. So what we'll do, we'll copy everything that we pasted. Make sure we are on Times New Roman and that it's 12-point font. We're also going to go over here and make sure that we're double spaced. Now, when you do a works cited page, you have to do something called a hanging indent. If we were on Microsoft Word, there's a setting that does that for us. Google Docs does not easily do that for us, so there's a certain way you have to do it. So what you're going to do, you're going to highlight everything you pasted. You're going to come up to where you see this blue triangle and the rectangle on top of it. And what you're going to do is click the triangle, not the rectangle, bring it over to the 1 inch mark, and you're going to see that is going to push everything. Then you're going to click the rectangle and pull it back to where it was, to 0. And it is going to look like this when you get done. So again, the triangle goes to 1, pull it all to 1, and then bring that rectangle back to 0. And what that does, it indents everything after the first line so that you can easily see everything that you put. Now what we have to do is alphabetize this. So this is actually already alphabetized, so that's great. We just happen to copy and paste it all in the correct way. However, if it's not alphabetized, what you're going to do is, let's say we need to put this citation after F. Scott Fitzgerald. So what we would do is go down to the end of that citation, hit Enter. We're going to highlight this one. So highlight the whole thing, and we're literally just going to drag it down to that space we made, and it'll pull it down there. And then we just delete the space that left. Okay, so we don't need it like that though, so I'm going to move it back. So you are alphabetizing by the first word of these citations. And that is how you're